From music to film to fashion and food, Korean culture is influencing trends the world over.
How is that being perceived in South Korea?
Well, Koreans are extremely proud of Korean culture, and that explains one of the reasons why the Korean government has been actively supporting the cultural sector for many years.
What can explain that?
This sort of Korean popular culture wave is been huge in Asia for a long time, and Latin America, interestingly, is sort of now making its way. Obviously, to countries like Australia and Europe and North America.
The film industry in South Korea, it really is punching above its weight. The
South Korean government has really kind of invested a lot of money into this over the years. And to some extent, I think probably Australia is a little bit behind Asia.
So what do Squid Game and Parasite have in common? It's their ability to tell South Korea's story of inequality. When we think of South Korea today, we think of a high-tech society that exports smartphones, TVs, appliances and cars. The top 10 chaebols own more than 27% of all business assets. Countless Koreans live in basements and tiny apartments, barely enough for one person. That's where South Korea's filmmakers and TV producers have stepped in. They've perfected the art of telling the story of inequality.
I have to say that the Koreans, they know how to grab you with some good storytelling. It reminds me of Parasite, which won the Academy Award. It became the first foreign film to ever win Best Picture last year.
On some of those themes of socioeconomics and class, and that's the same thing that's true in Squid Game. I think there is a conversation that people want to have about class and wealth, and we don't get that already in the content that we're consuming that's English made. But when we get into things like Squid Game or Parasite, it's really opening our eyes, but then giving us a little bit of separation because it's a South Korean film.
I think that's part of the reason why it's so popular, though. You feel like you're getting a glimpse into someone else. You're getting a glimpse into someone else's culture, even though it feels very much like our culture.
And at its core, Squid Game forces viewers to ask a very simple question. Would you rather be dead or poor? And as wild as that question may sound, it's very similar to one question we've posed to a lot of people throughout the pandemic. More than 59,000 meatpacking workers have been infected with the virus, and at least 298 have died.
Squid Game is the most streamed show in America and the most watched show in the entire history of Netflix. That speaks volumes about the state of economic distress that most Americans are living through today. Since 1980, the share of wealth among the bottom half of income owners in America has plummeted.
But I feel also validated because I've been talking about the entertainment that's been coming out of South Korea. Their production values are so amazing. Think about like BTS, Blackpink, Parasite. South Korean entertainment is at its peak right now.
I'm not interested. Yeah, Cynthia, you're not in.
I want escapism. I want to be able to watch rom-coms.
Emily in Paris. Let me tell you this, Korean rom-coms are next level. Check out the Korean rom-com. I have one for you.
There's a kind of synergistic effect in the way that South Korean media and popular culture becoming, just more popular with audiences in Canada for sure.
Kim has owned his dépanneur for 26 years. He only recently started stocking shelves with Korean products. He says, like the dalgona, which he will be making again, customers can't get enough.
It's getting so popular. I'm so proud to be Korean Canadian.